All right, guys. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today in episode 112. We're going to talk about the following things. We made a few changes from last week's podcast. We're sorry that we missed you guys. I know you missed me so much, and Flex and Ross. So we're going to be talking about The Lost Boys, the Borat subsequent movie film, video games out this week, Rockstar Buys Crackdown 2, Developer Ruffian Games, Rebrands to Rockstar Dundee, Bioshock Director's next game, a Sci-Fi Immersive, Surviving the Aftermath review, Apple Xcloud, KOJIMA Studios, Xbox Troubles in Brazil, Fire Emblem Switch release date. There's an expansion pack for The Sims 4. We're going to talk about the projection of the Xbox stream. World of Warcraft this is too much time. Valhalla, no more side quests. Demon Slayer. Marvel might be bringing back Chadwick Boseman via CGI. Spielberg reanimates Animaniacs. Dexter revivals. Colin Farrell looks unrecognizable. Apple iPhone 12 debuted, and the question of the day. That's it. That's what we guys gonna be talking about. All right. So stay tuned. Episode 112 starts now.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Guys, I'm Juancho, and today I'm here with Dark Flex and Ross.
Good day.
Hello.
All right, guys, we are the hosts of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros, a family podcast, allegedly. If you want to find us out on social media, check us out on Instagram at Geek Bros with a 0, Twitter, Geek Bros, Yahoo, Geek Bros with a 0 at yahoo.com, Facebook, same thing. Geek Bros with a 0, and the first place to listen to us, WeBeGeeksPC.com. And if you want to see our beautiful uncensored, uncut faces on YouTube.com/Vibref Studios. So, gents, today is Saturday, October 24th. What's on your mind today? Let's go ahead, Ross. Tell me, what's on your mind?
Man, nothing out of the ordinary in our quarantine lifestyle. You know what I have been doing too much of? I've been building way too much furniture for my family lately. Because every time somebody buys something, the furniture stores don't want to build it for you. They just drop off a box in your front door. They're like, hey, fucking figure it out on your own. And me being the only guy on this side of my family, I'm like the requisite manual labor. So if you need help putting a table together, couch, maybe a bed frame, man, just come to me. I have become the expert on home furniture.
Now, are they IKEA furniture? Because those are a pain in the behind.
No, not IKEA furniture. Like more
furniture.
A little, yeah, like city furniture, Wayfair and shit like that. But yeah, outside of that, just been trying to finish up Odyssey, so hopefully that'll be done before Valhalla comes out. Dropped off my ballot, making sure everybody I know votes. So yeah, outside of that, that's my life.
All right. What about you, Dark Flex? Eating some delicious chocolate
or sausages?
Yeah, sausages. I don't like chocolate. You know that. All right. Well, just been going to school, staying busy. Been getting through Origins. Man, the Curse of the Heroes DLC is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy that. So it's
just don't do the
getting into.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Sorry. But yeah, just trying to power through all these games before Valhalla comes out. I think that's going to take up most of my time. But yeah, it's pretty much a pretty simple week.
All right. So I've been dabbling in a few things. I've been doing Odyssey on and off this week. I haven't been really focused on video games this week at all. My computer has been off all week. It's been weird. I ended up getting the early release game for a Paradox game that I was looking forward to since I like those survival games. tested that out a little bit. I did Hades last week for a little bit just to check it out, see what the hype was about. It was everything that I wanted it to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have it. Just getting ready for November. November's gonna be a busy week. We got Cyberpunk, we got Valhalla. I mean, at this point, I shouldn't buy any more video games for the next half year because those two games alone are gonna be busy as
Yeah.
hell. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. What's going on with the Geek Bros? I know next week we're gonna be recording with Mike from We Geeks PC, the original guy who helped us out get this podcast started. It'll be cool thing to talk about. Video recap 111 is out on YouTube right now. The Cobra Kai season 3 teaser 2 reaction video is out as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So if this is your first time listening to our broadcast, then please take a moment to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcasting app. If you're watching us, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. YouTube has recently changed its algorithm to favor corporate channels, so independent productions like ours aren't being recommended, reducing viewing views and limiting our exposure to a new audience. With further ado, episode 112 starts now. The world as it is today. Racially target president campaigning ads. I mean, yeah, that's what you're gonna expect in the campaign world. I mean, they're ruthless against each other. Um, uh, Kanye West releases presidential campaign ad, invokes God, prayer, and family. So yeah, that's what's happening. I didn't know there was actually something that he released. Did any of you guys know?
No, I don't really follow Kanye.
Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Yeah, Kanye was on Joe Rogan's podcast
Yeah,
earlier today, and that dude is batshit insane. Let me just say this: he spent like 10 minutes defending the fucking prequels. Okay, it's 2020. It's not necessary. I would actually say that's about enough exposure to Kanye West on this podcast, and I respectfully request a move on this one.
All right. So, Geek Bros approved movie of the weeks. We got two here. I guess Vibe went to see Lost Boys about 2 weeks ago, and he wanted to talk about that. It's a very old movie. I've never seen it. I get it. No, I've never seen it. Don't look at me like that. I've never seen it. Do I have to go look at it now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that tonight then. All right, I'm gonna watch The Lost Boys tonight. Have you guys seen Borat, the subsequent movie film?
Yes, I have seen Borat, the subsequent movie film.
Have you seen it, Flex? Mr. Upside Down Flex?
Mr. Sideways Flex. Oh, he's choking on sausage over there. Let's move on. He's like all muted and just not a good look.
I don't know.
I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. What about you guys? Did you guys enjoy it? I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was super funny, man.
Yeah, it was really funny. Definitely was not as good as the original Borat because, I mean, we already walked in expecting what we got, but just it was the right movie I needed at this moment. It also was well. Fucking Rudy Giuliani's a creep.
Yeah, damn. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I was cringing. I literally, my bones was like itching, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
The ending was pretty funny.
The ending?
With the whole COVID virus went around.
With the virus?
Yeah, how they had like the little internet farms. They were like trolling people online.
Yeah. Also, the actress who played his daughter, Maria Balakova, she killed it. I was not expecting her to be as hilarious as she was.
Great.
It was good. It was good. And the friends, the redneck friends that he picked up that he was living in the cabin during quarantine.
Yeah.
They were quite entertaining.
Yeah, they were something.
I was like, Erica. Anyways, games out this week. What's new in the video game world? There's a lot of news coming up now as we're getting ready for the release of the next gen consoles. Video games out this week. We had Amnesia Rebirth on PlayStation 4 and PC on October 20th. Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods, Part 1 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The Geese on PC. Scorchbringer, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Disc Room, the Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Crown Trunda, October 22nd. The Red Lantern on Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Jetboard Joust on PC October 23rd. And Transformers Battlegrounds for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. That is it for the week. And let's go ahead and start with Rockstar Buys Crackdown to Developer Ruffian Games and rebranded to Rockstar Dundee. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Who I mean, what was the last thing that Ruffian made that was of any note? Crackdown, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Crackdown was so fun.
Crackdown 1 was amazing. 2, not so great. 3, bad.
Me and Flex try to get the game, but after a while,
Pull up the third one.
Yeah, it just died off. I mean, remember at the point we were talking about how Rockstar, how Sony should be buying Rockstar, like, oh, let's go. But Rockstar at this point, they're just like loading up their games like Xbox, trying to see what they can come up with. At this point, having them buy the developers of Crackdown 2.
And I want to say it is the developer of Crackdown 2 and 3, the worst Crackdowns in the series.
Maybe they can actually learn from Rockstar and get their acts together. Well, maybe they'll be the ones in charge of the next Bully 2. I mean, it's super not a promising bunch of words you just gave us there, because this developer, their list of games developed is Crackdown 2, Connect Playfit, Fragmental, Crackdown 3, and Rad TV. I don't remember Rad TV.
Yeah.
No.
They're not exactly known for.
Hopefully they get
high
some
quality.
lifeline. Maybe they get a lifeline, like a bulletproof vest in the Grand Theft Auto that gives them a little bit of shield. Hopefully that brings them up a little bit.
But like you said, them being bought by, honestly, my guess is they were bought by Rockstar and by Take-Two just to make DLC for the next Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, I mean that's also a possibility. I mean, I haven't even seen that they're working on the next Grand Theft Auto game. I haven't even read anything on that. If they are, I mean, they've been very quiet.
They are. Yeah. After the Housers left Rockstar, a bunch of new hiring was done. They hired new writers for a new open world project.
Well, hopefully they get it done, because
it's not going to be a Red Dead, obviously.
No, they already did the Red Dead. It takes like maybe in the next 10 years we'll get the next Red Dead.
We'll get Red Dead 3 in 10 years. Yeah.
And pretty much that's usually their time frame. Every 10 years they drop a new game for the new console, and then 10 years later here's another one. So every 10 years we expect a brand new Grand Theft Auto, because they're just gonna milk the crap out of the online version of it, but they won't give us a game until 10 years later.
I mean, dude, think about it. We didn't get a new Grand Theft Auto this entire game generation. We're still playing Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out in 2013 on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. So
and then they upgraded to the Xbox One.
Yeah, but that's barely an upgrade. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened to friggin' what's it called? Ruffian
Games. So the next thing we hear, Bioshock Director's Next Gen, a sci-fi immersive shooter, is a later stage of production. I had no idea they were actually filming a Bioshock movie.
Yeah, I that's not something I'm really paying too much attention to, but the new game by Ken Levine is something I am looking forward to. I don't know, like, have you guys played Bioshock?
I did. I played the first one and the second one, and that's where I stopped. I did not play the one where they're up in the clouds. I forgot.
That's actually a really good game. Bioshock Infinite was
I did not
also
play that
really
one.
good.
Like I told you, I'm good with first-person shooters, but after a while, I just
make you dizzy.
It does, and I just
you got motion sickness. It's okay.
I enjoy them, but after a while, I'm like, nope, I can't do it anymore. That's why I'm kind of worried about. I know it's a side topic, Cyberpunk. I'm just trying to get my head used to the
that might be a problem.
It is, and I'm kind of worried about it because I really want to enjoy this game. All right, surviving the aftermath, the Paradox game review. I know we talked about Endzone. Did you guys ever check the game Endzone out? Did Ross or Black check the game Endzone? Well, it's similar.
I did not know.
Similar to Endzone. You start off with 3 survivalists, and you basically start a colony and you expand the colony and you survive the weather, you survive riders, you survive everything that the game throws at you. The cool thing about this, at the beginning of the game, you get to choose your level of difficulty by choosing different scenarios. So at the beginning, you just choose how bad is the world after
Hmm.
the events. Do you want it to be luscious, or do you want it to be barren, or do you want a complete destruction that nothing grows, that takes forever? Then on the top corner, you start seeing the levels of difficulty um, from 20% to 40%. As you continue moving on to the different scenarios throughout the game, you pick different ones, and then from there, that's how you get your difficulty level. So it's not really based on a normal, light, or heavy game. It's all based on a percentage of what you want to encounter in the game.
So
Really cool.
what's the gameplay loop? What is what do you do, et cetera, et
So
cetera?
so basically, you just it's a survival colony game. You start with by gathering materials. You have enough materials, you build the tents. From the tents, you then get more people. From the people, basically, it's like an RTS type of style game.
Is it
But
like Frostpunk?
yes, yes, it's like Frostpunk. It's another survival game like that. So,
Okay.
but it plays differently from Frostpunk in the way that you control each character.
Okay.
Each character, you tell them attacks to do. Some of them you're going to be scouts, some of them are going to be scientists, and each one of those are give you an ability of like based on their specs.
All right.
The only thing that I downside that I did not enjoy was once you get to like the three, I think six or three members, you can change their stats. So there's probably three scientists in there, and within those three scientists, there's different specs for each one. And I wanted to change some of the specs to make them more comfortable for me. You couldn't do it. That's the
Hmm.
only thing that you couldn't do. So I didn't get too much into the game. I just wanted just to see how it worked, how it played. I enjoyed it a little bit, but I gotta dive really more into it because I really enjoyed Frostpunk a lot and End Zone. So I gotta see how this one actually compares to the other ones. All right.
Cool.
Did you any of you guys tried the Xcloud on the iPhone? Oh, I know you have Android. I think you mentioned before
I
that
have
you
not
tried it,
yet.
right?
Now, did you try it?
Yes, I did. And I have weird experiences with it. Number one, the connectivity sucked a lot. I kept dropping the game. I had to restart the app.
But they don't
Uh,
have XCloud on iOS yet.
yes, I do. I was using the iOS already. Yeah,
We're using XCloud or console streaming.
I was using the Xbox app actually.
Okay, so you were streaming your console.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's separate from XCloud completely,
Oh,
actually.
so thank you for clarifying. It
Yeah, no
was
problem.
horrible experience. The
Yeah, that
second thing,
relies on two things: your home network speed, and if you're on your cellular
yeah,
network, that network speed. So it's never going to be ideal.
and the second thing was that the music, as it was playing, like I got to play,
Hmm.
but the music, I was like, when it came to bass, the speakers on my phone were like literally felt like they were about to explode. How bad the sounds were sounding. I guess they still have a few things to work out, but if this is their Microsoft way of saying, "Oh, look, we can get it on the iPhone," no, not really. I really
No,
don't think
I
that's
don't
something.
think they ever said that. This was just console streaming, the same thing that you get with the PS4.
Yeah, and I
It's
didn't
just console
enjoy
to
it.
console
Yeah,
streaming. So I've that console streaming I have used, and as long as you have a really good wired network at home,
yeah,
it'll work great. If you're on a wireless network on
yeah,
your console, oh, forget it.
yeah.
Just
My
don't even try
console's
it.
wireless. It's not.
Oh,
It's not.
dude, you'll never get a good. I'm telling you right now, anybody listening, Darth, if you're ever going to stream your console, your PlayStation 5 or your Series X, hardwire that shit. Never wireless. Never. Your connection will always be janky. It doesn't matter how good your router is or how good you think it is. It will never be as good as a direct connection.
I direct connected my computer in my life has changed.
Good. Good.
Now,
Love your computer.
on the same note, um, we talked about Stadia and we talked about Luna.
Hmm?
Now we're bringing up Xbox because they are hinting that they want to stream to TVs with the TV streaming sticks for XCloud.
Yeah.
Now the game is on. Why? Because now you have three different. You have Google, Amazon, and Microsoft hitting that market of streaming through TV.
Mhm.
I know they won't have quality games, but to not need no longer a console, a next gen console to play video games. Now I think they're looking at a different market, the market of those who are not able to afford a console like this, that still want to play video games, or who are old enough that they don't want to buy a console, they just want to just enjoy classic or casual games. This is great. I'm for this. I'm for this competition. I think from this we're gonna get a lot of good um competition, and it's gonna be good for the consumer. 100% agree on that. I don't know on the price wise, for Xbox, because every time they like, oh, we're gonna stream on this, I'm like, where's the catch? When are you gonna make us pay $30 a month for using a Game Pass? Because for $14 a month for all this, I'm like, sooner or later, I feel like the prices are gonna go up.
I don't think so, because they're trying to compete with media streaming, Netflix, Amazon Prime, et cetera, et cetera. So if they raise the prices too much, people aren't going to be as comfortable. $15 a month is palatable for a lot of people, but that's a subscription to WoW, that's a subscription to any MMO that you subscribe to, that's a sub to a family plan on Spotify, whatever. But $30 a month, that's too much. That's getting
gym
close to, it's getting close to like memberships to some other stuff. That's outside of the realm. And while the competition would be good, here's my pessimist hat. Think of this. Microsoft just bought ZeniMax, right?
Yep.
What if Google opens their purse strings and buys Take-Two? So now Grand Theft Auto is only on Stadia. What if Amazon opens their wallet and then they buy EA? So all the EA games, all the Star Wars licenses are only on the Amazon Luna. It's going to become a situation like we have now where, you need a Hulu account, you need a Netflix account, you need a Disney Plus account, you need an Amazon Prime account, et cetera, et cetera. So that $15 a month is going to turn into $60 a month. So that's my worry, where you're going to have to juggle what platform you want because of what games you play.
And it's weird, and it's a good way, but at the same time it's weird because I never expected, like in the years I'm looking back, never expected that this was the direction of of games. I never envisioned of gaming to be streaming. At one point I'm like, okay, you download digital, but to actually stream games like this, I never envisioned that. It never came across my mind, just because I've been so used to disc for my whole life, and out of nowhere for the past 2 years, I went from disc to discless, and I'm all doing digital, complete. I don't buy any more games except for a couple of the Switch games. I actually I want a physical copy of those. But what else is in store? Because it's a great time to be a gamer right now, to witness all this beginning and of the streaming video game world. So that's pretty cool. All right. The What is it called? Kojima Wants You. Kojima is working on a secret project. Ross, I don't know if you may know a little bit more about this.
Well, nothing really outside of what has leaked out of, Kojima trying to hire new animators and level designers out in Japan. So people are saying, is this going to be a new game, a new horror game? Because he's hinted a few times to wanting to make a horror game. And,
I hope he does.
PT came out a few years back, and then Konami, shut that down so bad that Kojima quit and started his own studio. So if they do create a horror game, I mean, that's something to look forward to, because, PT was pretty fucking scary. I'm not looking forward to whatever horror game Kojima makes and writes, because I cannot stand that man's writing. I wish somebody would slap a pen out of his hand every now and then, or at least hire an editor. But, we'll see. I don't know. Has anybody played any Kojima games? And
yes, the Mailman game.
Someone excited?
The Mailman game scares me.
Oh, the FedEx game? Yeah. Fuck that game.
The Mailman game really, really scares the crap out of me every time I play. Every time I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with these stupid mud people coming out of the ground. It really freaks me out, and
Really? Oh,
it does. It really freaks me out. Like every time I get close to the little thing goes bleep 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 bleep. It really freaks the crap out of me. Like it literally makes me unsuspicious. Like I want to get out of here. I don't want to deal with it. And when they grab them, it freaks me out. That game really
that's
freaking
so not scary. How interesting.
No, it is.
Do you play scary games? There?
No,
Fucking pussy.
I think you need to play some scary games because this is like the least scary game.
Control freaks me out.
There's nothing scary in Control. I guess bureaucracy might be a horrible thing for you. But yeah, the fear of paperwork. Fuck.
I guess so. Gonna deal with it every day. That shit's like real life. No, but that game really scared me. So I can only imagine having a scary game. KOJIMA Productions. I wouldn't be able to play it. I just can't.
You should play Amnesia.
You should stop being a pussy.
No, you know which one I'm gonna go through to actually get me into it. It's a blast. Is it blasphemy? Blasphemy. It's a multiplayer online game where you're hunting ghosts. It's on Steam. Everybody's playing that recently.
Oh, crap. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's on the tip of the tongue. Yeah. So I may start with that, but because I don't want to buy another game, I may just do one of the Xbox games that are there. That is just there. Resident Evil never scared me, by the way. Okay. I did play Resident Evil. That doesn't scare me. That's just
which one? 7?
The one where they went in Africa.
5.
That wasn't a scary game. What the hell's wrong with you?
It was just fighting Africans, bro. Like
you were just it was a third-person shooter with a bunch of guys coming at you with hatchets. What the hell was scary about that?
It wasn't scary.
To play. Look, on Game Pass, Resident Evil 7 is there.
Okay.
Play that game, and then come talk to us. That's your homework. You got to do it.
Okay. I will get it going today, and then go from there. All right. Xbox troubles in Brazil. So I guess Xbox Brazil host says she was fired to protect her from harassment. Microsoft says termination of Ms. Basil was unrelated to harassment, was instead due to increased focus on Xbox Wire. So they went in, cleaned up the reason why of firing, but she says that it was to protect from harassment. How do you guys feel about all this nonsense still happening in the video game world after we're dealing with it? I mean, these studios and all these organizations not taking hint. Just behave for a while. Behave.
Super unfortunate, man.
Have you Flex? Have you heard about this?
I have. I believe. This one specifically no, but the whole harassment things and everything, yeah.
So, Brazil specifically, and the Xbox Brazil micro brand has been just rife with horrible, hateful, sexist, misogynistic, shit over the last few years. Especially, there was a Xbox influencer channel called Xbox Mil Grau, I think, or Mil Grau, Mil Grau, who was really vicious, going after personalities in Brazil, constantly posting some console war bullshit against people that played PlayStation, attacking this specific host because they didn't like what she did. And the Xbox Brazil umbrella company doesn't really do anything. They don't care. And it's starting to put kind of a black mark on the Microsoft name, in my opinion, in South America, because, they're generally hands off and they let the local, country, companies kind of like work a bit like a franchise, I guess you could say. But I feel like they really need to go in and just wipe them out, because even though they say, hey, this lady wasn't fired because she was being harassed to protect her, that's obviously why she was fired. She wasn't doing a bad job. But yeah, Brazil has become pretty famous for just awful fanboyism.
But and the only issue that I have with all this nonsense is, like, you see all these companies already going through this crap already in 2020. Wouldn't you want to take a hint to go back to HR and to go fix your policy and get your crap together? I mean,
again, this is a very Brazil problem. So the HR of that country for Microsoft is the issue.
And there you go. So you have I'm not talking about the country itself. I'm talking about the company, Microsoft. I
agree.
You have somebody there, but yours is your brand. This is something that is like destroying your brand outside of the United States and making a really nasty flavor for other people. For example, Nintendo just actually finally got into Brazil this year. What will happen to Nintendo there? What will happen to Sony? What will happen to future companies trying to go there? Dude, it's not going to look good if they don't get the shit together.
Well, Sony pulled out of Brazil completely.
And that sucks. That really sucks. I mean, there's other Latin American countries there that they can look forward to, but it just.
I mean, if they want to make money, no offense to the rest of South America, but Brazil is a bigger market.
I mean, yeah, you do. So it is what it is with that. As we move forward in the video game train world, I got excited when I heard that they'll be releasing Fire Emblem Shadow Dragons and the Blade of Light will be released on December 4th for $5.99. But there's a catch. It will only be available through that date till March 31st of 2021. Yes, it's a time exclusive. Now, this is the third time exclusive game, including the 35 Mario game that you play with 100 people. Why, Nintendo? Is this your route that you're going with all this limited time? Why can't you just put it on there? Is it a catch gimmick just to try to get people to buy the 30th anniversary?
For sure. Also, this is the worst version of the game they could have given us. No, I'm serious. Listen, this is an old-ass game, and it is janky. They already remastered this game for the DS like 12 years ago. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know.
So,
yes.
Yeah, it's already been remastered with better graphics and better gameplay, and for some reason, they're creating this false scarcity with this low-effort re-release of an old, like I said, really janky game from 1990. And then, no thanks, Nintendo. Get your shit together.
Something's going on there with the ways. They've been very quiet for the ending of the year. They haven't come out with anything good besides Paper Mario, which is the last title game that they've released there, and they don't have plan to release anything else. I've been looking at their games. They're all third-party developers. There's nothing from Nintendo that it's next besides Zelda. Sorry, besides Zelda, but still, that's not enough. And I'm gonna touch a little bit based on a side topic with the Mario Kart game. It's not good. It's fun, but it's not good.
What, the remote control one?
The remote control one, yeah. The battery, not so well. The wheels, if you have pets, the wheels will literally get hair in them that you literally have to take the wheels apart, clean the hair, and put the wheels back. So there's
a Roomba.
No, not even. No, the game doesn't even work well on carpet. It needs to be on a flat floor. But even then, it picks up all the crap that's on the floor, and they're like rubber. They're like the sticky rubber. You know, which they're not like regular.
I mean, it just sounds like me. Like you need to clean your floor, right?
I guess so.
Flex,
I mean,
right?
I mean, yeah, but still, it's another gimmick that Nintendo has. It looks like a cool gimmick, though. Let me tell you that. I would love to be chasing my dog around.
Have you played it?
No, I have not played. I've seen a lot of streamers and a lot of seen YouTube.
So I can tell you, as somebody who has played it, it sucks.
Really?
Yeah, it's the getting it up to 200cc is pretty awesome because the car hauls ass at 200cc. Just so you know, like really, really fast. The battery kind of drains real fast, but it's pretty fun. Creating the routes, if you have a small house, is impossible. You need to have a pretty large living room to create it. You weren't wrong about the tires and carpet. It does not, especially if you have like a deep carpet or a deep rug.
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
But on tile, it's perfectly fine. If you have really deep grout grooves on your tile, though, forget it. The car's going to skip and it won't go anywhere. But it's a pretty interesting game. It's really stupid expensive, $99, and each additional car, because you have to buy additional cars for each of your friends, I think it's $60 now.
And you only get 2 characters.
2 characters, yes. It is not worth the money. You are not kidding. This is a gimmick, and it's a gimmick that I think would have worked in any other year in the history of the world, because this is like the game for a bunch of little shitty kids to get together and create their own little routes throughout their house and then race each other. But everybody's under quarantine.
Shitty
Nobody's
kids.
hanging out with their other little shitty ass friends, creating these little ramps and routes for them to race against each other. So it's just, fulano de tal hanging out at his own house, racing himself, maybe with his, hateful older sister, and that's
Yep.
about it.
I think Nintendo needs to get their shift stick, hit reverse, and reverse back from all this games about building your own crap.
Yeah.
Yes, it was fun at the beginning. It was cool gimmick, but this route that Nintendo went with trying to build your robot, trying to build a car, trying to build this,
Dude.
I understand why they're doing it. I just think that is not the route that they should be going to. They should
When
be
was the
focusing-
last time either of you heard of the Labo?
I think a podcast last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
last year. That's it.
Think of it.
Wonderful gimmick.
It should be hot as hell now, because what do people have a ton of at home?
Cardboard.
Cardboard. Everybody's got cardboard. Everybody's got Amazon boxes out the ass. Like, Nintendo should be dropping, like, hey, look, we got an update. Here's a new robot and it shoots hamburgers, whatever. I don't care. They should be doing new stuff to support their old, released hardware, accoutrement, I guess. But they do this. They market it for a couple of months and then it's gone. Nobody thinks about it. They haven't released any updates for Ring Fit Adventure. This, again, would be something fantastic for them to say, hey, look, here's some new DLC for $10 or whatever for Ring Fit Adventure, some more content, anything. But
They did do one this year, at the beginning, right? Of
the
Ring Fit?
beginning. But
Yeah,
again,
that's it.
it's the end of the year.
Nintendo's been very quiet ever since the pandemic. I don't know if they're dealing with that in their own corporation, but besides Zelda, they've been very, very quiet. I don't know if they're getting weird for next gen, preparing for next gen and their console sales.
Yeah.
I just don't know. And at times I felt like Nintendo they get to the peak, and I don't feel like they're able to stay at that peak, and then they just keep crashing down, and then later on they go back up.
Well, let's see what
That's the-
happens.
That's the only company that I can deal with that. I know my wife's excited about this. The Sims 4 expansion pack. It's coming November 13th. I still play The Sims 4. I actually once in a while did dabble on that. I did play the Star Wars one. Didn't. It's cute. But I'm excited about this one because they get to go snowboarding. And I remember from The Sims 1 vacation, you actually got to snowboard and do all this pretty cool stuff. So this is a Japanese inspired download. So you'll have your own the chairs, tables, all that in Asian inspired design. So that's something if you guys are into The Sims, that's out on November 13th. No, you're shaking your head. No. All right. But yeah, that's it for that. That is it for the video game world, guys. I know it's been a quiet. I know next week we have a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. I know Flex still plays WoW. I still play WoW occasionally. Ross is against playing WoW. But 3-hour playtime penalty for Chinese players showing up on their Shadowlands beta. So you have more than 3 hours of online time. You will receive half money and half XP during this period. Your rest day will reset in 5 hours of all offline time. Please go rest. So now WoW is putting a string or not a stamp on how much time you can play. And I remember from my early days of playing WoW back in early 2009, 2010, I literally will play tons and tons. I literally spent 40 hours playing WoW, but I still had a life, still had to go out.
Hold up. I love how you're saying the early days playing WoW in 2010 when that bitch was already 6 years old by then. Anyway.
Exactly. I went in playing maybe a couple months before Lich King came out. I joined WoW right before Lich King came out. So as I got that experience on that. And this is cool. I mean, it gives people a little bit break. Some people are very addicted to MMOs because they just like really suck you in just because of just so much stuff to do. And maybe this is something good that can come out of it for those who are suffering from addiction from MMOs. I mean, that might help them out. Look at Flex. Flex, are you having any issue with any of the MMOs? How do you feel about that? Putting a timestamp on that.
It reminds me of the DS. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's Probably a good reminder. But the choice should be yours.
Yeah, that's some government overreach.
Kind of like how the DS says, maybe go take a walk, but if you want to keep playing, go ahead. Like that'd be cool.
All right. So going forward there, Valhalla. I know we've been talking in the chat on our personal chat about side quests and all that stuff. So this time around, the game is going to play a little bit different. They're side quests, but they're not really side quests. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by there. For example, let's start off with there's going to be 3 dots. There's going to be dots that will give you where to find things to level up your skills. So be like you find this will help you level up this particular skill. There's world events, and there's just regular interactions that you have with the game. So the way that you approach the game will be a little bit different from what you're used to in Odyssey. It will be completely different. So I think this is more to immerse the player in the environment, so they're not so much worried about where to go, what to do. It's just explore it, do your thing, just enjoy the game. How do you guys feel about the new the new way that the game is going to be played?
You just described quests.
Huh?
Yeah.
You just literally described quests.
What do you mean? And then wait, what?
Flex, please.
I mean, he said it a while ago too in the chat. Like, "Oh, you're sure you're something that you've never seen before?" But
I was just listening your balls on that one. No, but how do you feel about that gameplay, that style of instead of having actual like question mark, you just find. I think it's going to be a different way that this game plays.
Honestly, that's the same thing because
it just sounds like they turned them off, right? They turned off the question marks. That's all they did.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not crazy. Please, Flex, call me out.
No, I agree with you.
Like
I might just be getting too hyped over this game.
The only difference is you went to the menus and you turned off quest markers because it sounds like exactly the same thing.
Well, I guess. Sadness. I tried, guys. I'm sorry. There is going to be 2 different DLCs coming: the Wrath of the Druids, the Siege on Paris, and then you're gonna have free content in between these games. So there's going to be the Legend of Beowulf as an exclusive mission. Then you have expansion 1, which is War of the Druids, expansion 2, the Siege on Paris, and in between you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 different free content that will be coming to Valhalla. So I don't know if it's gonna be as big as Odyssey in the scale of like DLC, because when I was just scrolling just to see how much DLC I have to get through, god dang, it's a lot. It's like pages upon pages upon pages of just DLC that I have to get through just to finish the whole game. So yeah, I'm excited about Valhalla. And Demon Slayer, you guys watch any anime? Are you guys watching any anime? No? Maybe? A little bit?
I'm still watching Naruto.
I've seen an anime from time to time.
Yeah? Alright. Well, the Demon Slayer movie is killing it in the box office. It's like literally, I don't know how people in Japan are going to the movies. I'm pretty sure that area of the world, I would have just stayed home and relaxing.
I think it's the same way Vibe is doing it.
Yeah. But also, they don't have as bad a, COVID problem as America does. So.
Yes, I keep forgetting that they're actually much better off than we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's something interesting there. That movie's literally, this anime movie is literally tearing up the box office over there. We won't get the movie until early 2021. So for those in the United States who want to watch the movie, yeah, you're gonna wait. You're gonna have to wait. It comes out in Singapore October 30th, Malaysia October 30th, and the rest of the year of next year is when we're going to be getting everything else. Cool. Early 2021 means probably March or February, because there's no exact date on those besides Indonesia and Philippines that is specifically already for January 2021. So that's it for me, guys. I'm exhausted here. All right, the dark side of the moon. Go ahead, Lex. Tell me everything you want to talk about.
Sure. Because my computer's down, can you name out the things for me, please?
Let's go ahead and start with Marvel might be bringing back Chadwick Boseman as via a CGI.
Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. I mean, there's no need to read the article. It's pretty self-explanatory. I guess as they proceed to bring his sister into the main role, they kind of want to have him there as CGI, in the sense, kind of how they did with Carrie Fisher. And I mean, the biggest reason was they stated that no one would ever think of recasting another actor for the role of Black Panther or King T'Challa. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. What do you guys think?
The CGI part is pretty cool. I enjoyed that. But I would it be a CGI like a hologram type of like message?
What?
Like
No, I
if he
think
passed
like
away?
Carrie Fisher in Rogue One,
I mean,
or like Paul
Are you talking
Walker
like
and
a hologram? Do you mean like he would pop out of like R2D2 to deliver a message, or?
no, well, I mean the Wakandians, they have platforms that project things. So I'm pretty sure at one point he'll probably just be a projection, just like Tony Stark does his little projection thing that he does. I don't know. I'm just thinking technology, bro. I have no idea.
Hmm.
Ross is looking at me like I have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah, because that definitely wasn't my question. What do you think about him coming?
Yeah.
Like the actor being portrayed by
I
CGI.
actually, yes, I would love to see Chadwick back on this role as a CGI. I think it'll tie the movie well. Just it wouldn't be so many questions like, oh, what happened to him? It would just tie up his role and move forward to the next person who will take the helm. Probably his
Sister.
sister.
Yeah,
So-
I'm kind of let the man stay dead. You know, I feel like it's a little disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, it's Black Panther. You know, the guy he did way more and better, and I think bringing him back just to be a character in a Disney multi-billion-dollar property just to hand off a baton to a different character seems a bit, trite. I don't know. That's just me,
A
but
little extra. Yeah, I get your point there. Steven Spielberg reanimates the Animaniacs in an hilarious Jurassic Park parody clip. Did you guys watch that clip? I
Yeah,
enjoyed it a lot.
it was pretty cute. I mean, it's pretty like tongue in cheek. It was funny, just the way it was
so good.
drawing and everything. And then like at one part, like you see in the Jeep, like one of the people sitting there is Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm
But I mean,
looking forward to them coming back. Is it this year? Are they coming back or next year? It's this
next
year,
year,
right?
Yeah.
believe is it? Oh yeah, well, it's going to be on Hulu, and that was a pretty clever and appreciative way for them to tell us. So I did enjoy that.
I'm super excited. I'm glad they got like Rob Paulson, Tress MacNeille, and Jess Harnell back, because not getting the original voice actors would have been a crime. So I'm just super excited.
And
I
Pinky
love
the
the
Brain back.
Animaniacs.
And you got Pinky and the Brain back as
Yeah,
well.
Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulson again. Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. It's gonna be quite a nice look back at when I was a kid trying to watch on Fox Kids TV the Animaniacs on Saturday mornings. That was
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid. So
That was what a good cartoon Freakazoid was.
exactly. All right. I only watched the first couple episodes of Dexter, but a revival's happening at Showtime. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think this stems from people being kind of like upset at the ending, which is, I mean, he literally rides into the wind, I guess, so to speak.
Like a lumberjack.
Yeah.
Into the forest.
And but I mean, and there was rumors that there was going to come out with like another season or something after that for a couple years after. I thought it was a fantastic show. So what it's going to be is Showtime's going to take it in for a limited series. It's only going to be 10 episodes, and I believe they'll start filming early next year or something like that. So it's a great show. I hope it continues being a great show, I guess.
The girl's not gonna be in there, if I'm not mistaken.
What, his ex-wife?
Yes, I think because she's dead. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken, yeah, that's what they said. Spoilers, but I mean,
They're not going to resurrect her?
Yeah, they're not gonna resurrect her.
Maybe CGI.
Now we're talking. Bring her back with CGI. Sold.
Put her
I
back.
was off the train a second ago. I'm back on the train.
You're back on just for that one. Colin Farrell looks unrecognizable in the new Batman. I don't know. I've not seen the Colin
I mean,
Farrell.
it looks nothing like that's not really like too much of an article. It's just like a what do you guys think kind of thing. But
I don't know. I like my penguin to look penguiny. He doesn't look very
Winnie,
penguiny.
like Tim Burton's
Yes,
Penguin.
yes. I
Really?
Hmm.
I just love the fact that he looks like Richard Kind,
Ah,
which
wow.
is I don't know if you guys know who Richard Kind is. I think you do, Flex. But
No.
that actor, like spitting image, kind of makes me sad because it's like, why not just hire
Oh,
Richard
yes.
Kind? He
does
definitely
look like
needs the work.
He definitely does look like him.
Like exactly.
They did all the
Anyway,
makeup just so they can match somebody else.
but I don't know. Yeah, when it came out a while back, I saw the trailer and I'm like, what? Oh shit, Richard Kind's in a movie. That's like a breakout role for this. You know, he's a character actor. No, it was Colin Farrell.
So yeah, well that's it. That's it for that. I know last week or 2 weeks ago we got the iPhone 12 debut. Um, I did not like what I saw. I felt that it was like an iPhone 11 just with 5G. That's basically what it is. They did do a few improvements on certain things, on the sleekness, on the glass itself, but overall it's just another iPhone 11. Same camera, just they have the Retina display on there. That's it for the iPhone 12. I mean, there's nothing innovative besides them having the 5G on there, just like everybody else. I guess that's it for all iPhone users. I mean, at this point, guys, I think I'm just gonna officially move to Android. I'm waiting to finish off this phone so I can move on with my life and just go into the Android world. Get the Google A4, the A4 Ross?
The Pixel 4a.
Yeah, 4A there, that one. Oh wait, guys, there's more. The phone is on magnet. It's called MagSafe, so you can attach those credit card things. Buy a $60 magnet thing for the iPhone because everything's magnet on it. Now you have a case. It's a magnet. Boom, right on there. That's your gimmick of the year. Everything is magnet on the phone. So I guess if you're a loyal iPhone user or loyal Apple person, this is for you. But
Sounds like Apple cut you pretty deep there, fella.
bro, with the whole Xbox thing, it really did cut me deep, bro. I'm sorry. That really hurt my insides really bad. I just can't deal with their BS anymore and their non-innovative crap. I mean, they used to be such an innovative company that they're just not innovative anymore. The same crap every year after every year. At one point, I thought Microsoft sucked and like they were just crap. Now, nowhere in the past 4 or 5 years, Microsoft taking helm again. I'm like, come on, Apple, bro. What happened? What happened to y'all?
Hey,
And
man.
it is what it is with that. So,
And
guys,
that was the Juancho Apple Hate Hour.
pretty much, I guess.
Tune in next week.
For EA rant. Every week we'll have one of those. If you could take command of any army from our favorite universe, which one would it be? Why? And how would you use them? This includes any undead armies or armies of the dead.
So it does not include any undead armies and armies of the dead.
Okay, this literally our mother wrote, this includes any undead armies or armies of the undead. So
Okay,
none. Doesn't include those. Okay. Ross, let's go ahead. You start with you. Which army will you take command of?
Man. Let me read that question again. Hold up. Let me see.
All right, Flex. Since you started the
Flex,
question,
you go ahead and oh, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Warhammer, Imperial Guard. That's it. Done. I win everything. Absolutely. Warhammer 40K. Done. That's my answer.
All right, what about you, Flex?
For me, it's probably the Grand Army of the Republic.
The what?
The Grand Army of the Republic.
Okay.
It's a Star Wars thing.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty cool. And they're very numerous. If you guys suck at fighting, at least you got numbers.
I will go with the Halo universe army, the Locust.
Oh, the Locust? You mean Gears of War?
No, not Locust. No, not the Gears of War. The Locust from Halo, 3.
The Covenant?
Not the Covenant.
The
Locust.
Flood?
The Flood. There you go.
He
I will
was,
go
he
with
was like
the
this.
Flood.
He was like this close.
Like no. Yeah, the Flood. I will go with the Flood army. They were cool. I enjoyed them. They're just very versatile. If one just blows up, you can just make one real quick. I think if I create enough, I can take over. So I think the Flood will do. As long as they don't destroy me from the inside out, I think I'll be okay. I can create multiple soldiers with the Flood. So yes, that is who I will pick and why.
Yeah, all right. Space Marines from 40K. I'll choose that instead.
Well, with Space Marines from StarCraft 2.
No, StarCraft actually was based off of Warhammer 40K.
Oh, I had no idea. I just learned something.
Yeah,
there. I mean,
it was
that's where the
originally
art
developed.
of
It was
cool.
originally developed as a 40K game that they were hoping to license from Games Workshop, but they lost the license, so they just turned all of the races, like, into different ones and released a game in StarCraft. There's your little bit of info for the day.
No, there you go. I had no idea that was something that's cool. Thank you for letting me know about that. That's actually quite interesting. That's probably why the art's so similar then, right? I know the helms and everything's different, but the way that they look, there's
No, that's
something
literally
about
exactly why. Yeah,
it. I was
you're
wondering.
100% on it. Like there's like, yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah, so I'm cool. There is a 400. I know it's off topic. There is a 4,000. Is it 4,000? Did you say 40K Warhammer? Let me
Yeah,
say.
Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, there's a Warhammer 40K official store right next to my house. I had no idea they actually
Oh, like
have
a Games
official stores.
Workshop store?
No, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they only sell Warhammers particularly for them, and I had
That's
no
pretty
idea
cool.
they had their own retail store. I took a peek the other day on it. I wouldn't buy any because I just don't have the time to invest the money on those
No,
things.
you do not want to get into Warhammer, dude. That is the most expensive of all hobbies.
Yes, exactly. The guy was like, "Oh, we have a special, $99, and you get
Nope.
these 3 guys." I'm
Nope.
like,
Hope he ran away.
no, I did run away. I did. But I did look at the art of the miniatures. So yeah, that was my thing. All right, guys. So if you guys you have anything else you guys want to add? Anything extra? No.
No, I think that's it.
All right, guys. So you guys can find us again on Geek Bros with 0 on Instagram, Twitter, email us, Facebook. And the first place to listen to us is webegeekspc.com. And if you want to look at this uncut version of us, youtube.com/Rebrands Studios. And that's pretty much it, guys. Any last words you guys want to tell the people?
Vote.
Stay safe. Wear a mask.
Yes, and please go out and vote. On a side note, early voting numbers are off the roof in the state of Florida, where we are from. I am very impressed by you Floridians out there, and hopefully this time around, we get our crap together. For goddamn reason, Florida can't get their shit together in any election.
Don't jinx it. Oh, man.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in with Keeping Up with the Geek Bros podcast. Geeking out never sounded so good. Peace.
Keeping Up with the Geek Bros.